We have a video of Jimmy Kimmel's wife, and show producer Molly McNearney says she's losing relationships with Trump voting family members and wishes she could deprogram herself.
Because of the personal relationship I now have, where my husband is out there fighting this man. And to me, them voting for Trump is them not voting for my husband and me and our family. And I unfortunately have kind of lost relationships with people in my family because of it. This is not just Republican versus Democrat for me anymore. Mm-hmm. It is, to me, it's family values. And it's really hard for me because I grew up believing in these Christian ideals of taking care of the sick and taking care of the poor. And I don't see that happening with this Republican Party. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like I'm kind of in constant conflict, and I'm angry all the time, which isn't healthy at all. But
yeah, you're angry all the time because you have Trump derangement syndrome and you're literally insane. Also, this whole thing, we used to take care of the sick and poor. I'm confused. Is that something Democrats do? Were they taking care of the sick and poor, and then all of a sudden Trump got elected and now that doesn't happen anymore? Also, it's funny. You will never see people on the left have relationships with people on the right, but you will always see people doing interviews with Trump supporters and be like, yeah, no, I still like him around my family. There's Democrats in my family. There's crazy liberals in my family. Because for us, it's like, that's really not something we do. Like, obviously, I don't choose to hang out with Democrats because we don't have enough in common. But, people in family, extended family, some friends, I just function around them quite normally. I'm not clinically insane. And also this whole thing of my husband's fighting the good fight. Your husband's a cuck that does a show on TV that makes millions of dollars. He's not fighting any fight. He's not doing anything. And she even, what's funny? These people even admit she's literally angry all the time and miserable. And I'm like, yeah, that's what happens when this is the side you choose. Republicans are not like this. We go to work, we have families, we enjoy our lives. We can actually laugh. We can get along with people on the other side, even though we don't agree with them. This is a totally one-sided issue, but it's funny to think he's like some civil rights movement of a man. And I'm like, he literally has like a late night show. I don't watch it. A late night show where he makes fun of Trump. If that's your man's fighting the fight, then go off, honey. But who's she talking to? I'm like, who are all these losers? You have like two like lesbian looking chicks, some ugly woman, and then he's sitting there and he looks miserable. They have a look about them. We'll say that, okay? Woke politics gone mad. From predators posing as progressives to teachers threatening violence over pronouns, the left's moral collapse is complete. We have an image. Dude, you guys. New Hampshire's first transgender rep, Stacey Lawton, pleads guilty to child exploitation, solicited nude photos of kids from a daycare worker. Who is surprised? Nobody. Look, you guys, if this happened one time, fine. If this happened 5 times, it's not a coincidence. There's a pattern there, okay? Like, you can literally look at people and know they're a pedophile. Like, that's what I don't... And they're always very far left. They always look exactly like that. This is one of the ugliest people I've ever seen in my life. Like, truly insane. Also, I'm like, wait, is this a man pretending to be a woman? Okay, so first of all, by the looks of them, hideous, obviously liberal. You have a man pretending it's a woman and the rainbow mask. More than enough to be like, probably check out the hard drive. They were getting someone who worked at a daycare to send nude photos of kids. And this person this is transgender. This is why I can't get behind transgender. I believe it is a mental illness. And I believe you are 99%, if you are transgender, also a pedophile. This comes from weird trauma, whether you were molested as a kid and you can't move past it. And they never dress like women. They dress like little girls. It's like they get stuck in something and this happens. This should be jail for life. And I want this man put in the section where, let's just say, they turn a blind eye. Like, this is sick. At a certain point, you have to acknowledge patterns. I've debated 4 trans people, and when I called them out on, like, I was like, well, you guys are, like, literally pedophiles. They acted like it was this crazy thing. I'm like, no, but we see these in the news all the time. It's all the time. It's disgusting. You should judge a book by its cover, okay? We should at least do that. We have Beto O'Rourke and Eric Swalwell campaigning with this freak. How does this, I don't understand. Like, I don't even think, like, I wouldn't even, like, trust someone this ugly for anything, even like a fast food worker. How do these people get positions in power? Like, who looked at this person? Like, imagine how weird this person is. We used to, like, keep weird people at weird places where they belong, or jail, which is where this person belongs. But I'm just like, look, he's, like, with people in, like, government, people that, like, are, like, in charge of cities and all of these things. And also the daycare worker, I hope, turned him in. I hope that's how they got that information. How sick. But, like, this person looks exactly like what they're accused of. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's like when we judge people based on the way they look, that's fine. That's like a normal thing to do. That's how you protect yourself. Like, if I saw someone like this, I'd be like, oh, no, away from children, check the hard drives, and potentially jail. Okay. So once again, Democrats need to stop acting like we are transphobic, and because these things are happening every week. Sorry, it's disgusting. Oh God, it's so upsetting. We have Danville teacher under investigation after threatening to shoot people over pronouns. Okay. What the is going on with the hair? Why is it like red? It looks like a devil costume. So public school released a statement after we exposed their teacher. Oh yeah, once again, this is probably Republicans having to do this because Democrats won't do anything about it. Sabrina Morris, a man pretending to be a woman, thank you, for making a post online threatening to shoot people over pronouns. Morris will repeatedly not be present on school grounds while the school conducts an investigation. That should be a pretty open and shut case. The teacher made violent threats in the name of radical gender ideology, and he needs to be fired. Okay, so we have another man pretending to be a woman, talking about pronouns and threatening violence. I don't know what to tell you guys, because every time this stuff happens, it's always a man pretending to be a woman. I don't see this you know what's funny? I don't see this happening in the women who transition to men, because I think they're still women. So I don't think they're as inherently violent by nature. Whereas, like, yeah, dude, you take a man who's already jacked up, and then you give him all these hormones and meds, and then he's already mentally ill. Yeah, he's gonna be insane. Okay. So once again, literally, okay, there's a meme of the really ugly, like, trans person, and it's like, what is it? It's like, use my pronouns or I'll shoot your children. The meme is literally real. They're like, use my pronouns and acknowledge what I say I am, even though it's not real. And if you don't, I'm going to kill you. This is why, like, I'm sorry. I tried to do the middle ground with the trans thing. I can't do it, you guys. It's mentally ill men, and they're very dangerous. This behavior cannot be accepted. You cannot have these people working around children, obviously, or even just, like, around people, because they're dangerous to specifically women and also men as well. Like, really, they need to be, like, out of society. Sorry. These things aren't happening in other places. And I know, I'm not saying that I love Sharia law. We should be like Iran, but I mean, this shit can't really be tolerated anymore. It's just to protect normal people. And they're mentally ill. That's what mentally ill people do. They hurt themselves and they hurt other people.